Superman Haru from Washington D.C, Hillcrest Boxing Club. Yeah, I was born in Virginia, actually born in Arlington, Virginia, and I was in the adoption agency for 8 months. Well, I'm not sure how long I was in there, but in 8 months I was adopted. And that's when we moved to Washington, D.C.
In 8 months? You was like,
I was adopted at 8 months.
At 8 months old?
Yeah.
You know the story behind it?
I know that my mom was real young, and she gave me her for adoption. Didn't want to. I ended up meeting her later, and she told me the whole story. Just told me, you know, she just always said how apologetic she was for, but she didn't have to be. I already told her, because it was God's plan. He gave me a better life, and I was able to, I was blessed with 2 parents who I love, the greatest parents in the world. And I ended up meeting my biological family, and I was 29. I think it was 1999, right before I turned pro. And we ended up connecting, and told me I had 2 sisters. I mean, it was euphoric. It was incredible. Like, I can't even explain how it felt.
When did you find out you were adopted?
My parents told me. I may have been 7 or something like that, because I remember the reason why I picked that number. It was around that number, because I remember when they told me, I didn't know what it meant. Well, my mom and dad told me, and I asked my father. I think my mom told me, and my father asked me. I asked my father, what's adopted? And he said, look it up. He used to do that to me all the time. You know, look it up. So I looked it up, and I found out what it was, you know. But it was incredible, because even when I talk about my parents and saying I'm adopted, it don't feel real, because those are my parents, you know. In my heart, that's what I feel. Like, it's even weird talking about it, because I would never even think that I was. They didn't tell me I would never, you know, in the hearts of all my hearts and mind and soul and everything, though, that's my mom and dad, you know. But, you know, they were a blessing to me.
What age did you get into boxing?
I got into boxing at the age of 15. I used to be bullied. When I say bully, I was afraid. You know, I wasn't a fighter. I didn't think I was until I actually started fighting and realized how it was really in my blood and my aspirations. So what I did is I just went in and I started going to the gym. I had to. And my father would take me. Actually, I started Sugar Ray Leonard's gym, and I was there for a couple of weeks, and then I transferred to Hillcrest, and my father was like, look, you really want to do this thing, you got to do it. I got work to do. I can't. I said, okay. So I started catching the bus. You know, I started catching the bus up Hillcrest, and nobody never knew I fought or trained anyway. I didn't want nobody to know. I didn't want nobody to come to the gym, watch me train, see me get beat up. I didn't want them to know nothing. And a lot of the guys I grew up in Glass Manor was at Hillcrest, and they could fight, man. These dudes was tight, man. But you know, they was doing their thing. They was in the street, and I was too, but I just wasn't in the street. I was handling all my business off my pager. You know, nobody never knew what I did or what, you know, because when you can't fight and defend yourself, you kind of, you know, you let your business be your business, because when you can't fight, people can take advantage. They might take my money, they might take my coke, they might take whatever I'm dealing with, whatever I'm working with, they might do whatever. So I stayed on the low, and I just did what I did, you know, until I was able to fight, until I was able to, you know, defend myself or defend whatever I didn't want taken from me. And that's what happened. I didn't, people didn't know I was boxing or anything until one day I had this fight. This guy that was in my, I think he was in my science or history class. He was a loudmouth, you know, one of them dudes, probably, you know, he hung with all the other rah dudes, you know, just talking trash real loud out the mouth. Don't know how to, probably couldn't bust a fruit and bust a grape in a fruit fight, but, you know, who knew, because he always run his mouth. But I was quiet dude. I stayed, you know, stayed to myself, whatever. And one day I had a fight, and I had a nice little knockout too. I never told nobody about it. I didn't want them to come see me lose. You know, that's the kind of dude because back then when you first started boxing, you may win, you may lose, you learn it. So I had a fight, and the referee raised my hand, and you know, he carried you around the ring, around the circle, and I went around and I looked up in the crowd, and I seen that dude like this, just staring at me, because he was thinking, this sucker, this nigga, I know him. He's soft, he quiet. He a soft dude. Wow, this dude can fight. And I remember in my head, when they rose my hand, I saw him in the crowd, and then when the referee turned me around, inside I was like, wow, yeah, it's over. I'm the man from now on. I know it, because he's a loudmouth. He gonna go and tell, and that's exactly what happened. I went back to school, and everybody knew about the knockout. Everybody knew I fought. I ain't never had a problem again. Everybody wanted to be with me, or be me, or either wanted to be me or be with me. I mean, that's just what it was, and my life changed from that point on. You know, boxing did a lot for me. You got to believe in something greater than yourself. Not saying that we are not powerful and we have little gods, because God did say he made us in the image of him. So I believe that, but you don't stop right there. When you believe that you are the highest power, you got a problem. You know, you need to be able to believe in something greater than yourself. Somebody that made the oceans and made the trees, and the trees come up from the ground and nowhere else, and the grass green. I mean, you got to believe that type of stuff and give hope. But I would say to people is to keep going. You know, when I was young, I wish it was some kind of way, and I try my best to convey this because it's so serious, is that when I was younger, I used to watch fighters and be like, oh my gosh, I can never do that. Like, wow, how you become that? But you can. And I know people say, I always tell my children, believe in me. That's the best thing you do is trust me, because I love you. So I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm not going to lead you astray. I love you, so trust me, because that's the biggest thing you can do is find somebody in your life that you know love you, and let them, when they talk to you, you believe it, because they've been there. Like you hear, it's like a cliche. Oh, I'm telling you, you can do all the things you want to do. You can do this, you can do that. Believe in yourself. It's not like a cliche, but it's really real. You can really be who you see. You see Jordan, you see Kobe, you see these fighters and Ali, the greatest. Trust me, you can be anything you want to be. You really can. You just can't see it right now. That's what faith is. That's what faith is all about. And you know, these people, believe me, they didn't think that they could either. When they said to themselves they're going to do it, and you stick and you be consistent, 1 and 1 is always 2. If you put a penny in the bank account every day, at the end of the year, you're going to have a few dollars. It's just what it is. It's the rules of life. So if you work hard and you invest in something, it's going to be better than you were when you first invested in it. It's just what it is. So that's what I say to people, that even if you don't, it's a self-esteem thing. You look at yourself and you be like, I can never be. I never had muscles when I was little. I was a light-skinned, light-headed boy, little. I was skinny, couldn't beat nobody, couldn't do nothing. Then it got to a point, I turned around, I could beat everybody. I'm an undefeated professional fighter, you know, and I'm a die that way.